Hello and welcome to Box, where we unbox, review and demonstrate the latest tech. Today we have with us the Logitech MX Master 3S wireless mouse. Logitech has a reputation for making some of the best, comfortable and highly responsive mice on the market, designed for the ultimate precision and productivity in all of your creative and professional endeavours. Now the MX Master 3 is something to rival even their previous best efforts. Master to deliver a faster, quieter and overall ergonomically sound accessory that adapts to almost any working environment. Taking it out of the box, you're again greeted with the usual minimal, sustainable packaging that's kinder to the environment. Inside you'll find the mouse alongside with everything you need to connect and charge. It's great to see that they provide a decent, long USB cable to power it up, so I can even charge it while using it if I need to without restraint. Of course, you'll often find most new Logitech devices now come with a Logibolt receiver as standard. I love this handy little companion as it lets me connect this and all my other Logitech devices to the same machine. Connecting to the receiver was easy enough, pressing and holding down the easy switch key until the flashing light remained constant, pairing almost instantly as I could come to expect with all Logitech compatible devices. If, like me, you don't have Bluetooth capabilities, you can connect using the low energy Bluetooth as well. They wanted to be as open with this mouse as possible, so even if you lean more towards Windows or Mac, you don't need different devices for both. It's compatible with a whole host of operating software, leveling the playing field for use with all of your devices. Taking a look now at the overall design, you won't really be able to see much of a change in the physical appearance as all the major changes take place within the internal tech. You get an impressive range of buttons here with 7 separate controls in total. You get your average left and right click with a scroll wheel in the middle. But on top of that, there's also a secondary smart shift scroll wheel on the side, perfect for side scrolling, 2 customizable back and forward buttons just below that, a mode shift button resting just under the middle scroll wheel, and finally a gesture button on the base of the thumb rest. Though you can find out if the mouse is on or off by checking the colour-coded power switch on the base, it does have this green LED light on the side right beside the second scroll wheel for a visual indication of power and connection. This mouse comes in 2 colours, with one sporting the Graphite while the other option is the pale grey. Of course, the Graphite best suits the colour palette of most of my dark coloured tech, but I have to admit the pale grey does look stylish, pulling off a much cleaner look. It feels nice and sturdy, so I know it must be made from good quality materials, and from giving it a quick move around, it glides smoothly, which is a relief. Now it is completely wireless with an operating distance of up to 10 meters, which I find makes it easy to control presentations or work further away from the screen rather than being chained to the desk. But I'm not worried about losing any of that precise function while further away from the machine, as it does have super fast 2.4 GHz wireless connection. This mouse is supposedly designed to cradle your hand in the most natural way possible. I do personally love the thumb support here. Normally my thumb feels out of place, yet here it sits along for the ride, offering all the support I need throughout a solid workday. It's not like the curved thumb rest is there just for comfort. They've made the most out of the space, placing more buttons for ultimate control just within reach for literal control at your fingertips. Though I'm not completely into using all the additional customizable buttons, I can see the beauty in having any specific go-to command programmed right within reach to get to open alternate tabs and jump to programs in as little as 1 or 2 clicks. I particularly love the separate side scroll. As a video editor, having these levels of control really increases my productivity by leaps and bounds. Getting into the use of this Master 3S, it feels incredibly luxurious. It cups your hand perfectly in a way that feels natural. The material on the top is largely made up of this grippy, rubbery coating, while the rest consists of a mix of metallic and matte plastic. All the buttons are perfectly positioned right beside your fingertips, so there's no awkward fumbling around. Your fingers find the button you're looking for on the first try every single time. Switching my hand between your standard mouse shape and the Master 3S, I instantly find the draw towards an ergonomic design. It's one of those situations where you wouldn't know how much you've been missing something until you experience it for yourself. I have quite large hands and I feel comfortable either resting my hand on the desk as well as suspending my hand slightly over it for even bigger movements. The click and scroll here are both practically silent and oddly satisfying to use. I love the soft shallow click on the left and right, and the super fluid fast scrolling motion just makes navigation across the web and documents completely effortless. To give you an idea, here's a quick example of just how silent that click is. Something Logitech does really well is utilising the smooth gliding pads on the bottom for a much more instinctive movement. It moves very well on a hard surface and this padded desk saver, but surprisingly it also works brilliantly on a reflective glass surface too, which is just perfect to know that it's completely versatile here. It's good to know the movement is also consistent across the board. One of the main things that this mouse prides itself on is the up to 8000 DPI sensor. Now it does move noticeably fast out of the box, and as I'm not used to it, I did need to turn it down slightly. But for getting around the screen, its super fast speeds and responsive nature does mean it keeps up with me across all of my programs and windows. Now what's special about using this mouse is its super precise mag scroll wheel. It's oddly hypnotic how easily it flips between super fast scrolling and intricate purposeful movements. It's like two scroll wheels in one. On a basic level, it's perfect for scrolling through large documents and web pages at a much faster pace than any other standard mouse. But importantly, the scroll helps speed up your workflow to an extent that you could easily get used to it and struggle to go back to a regular mouse ever again. It can take a lot of adjusting within the Logi Options Plus app to get it right for you, as the wheel is more advanced and takes a lot of getting used to. I do like the options available for altering the speed. It does let you find what's manageable for you rather than having a basic on and off mode. Of course, as the whole mouse is so different, it can take a lot of getting used to at first, and it may not be for everyone. But even after a few hours, I can see my habits have become more dependent on this newer, more efficient way of interacting with all my tasks. Even so that I can see myself keeping this ergonomic style for some time. As it mentions on the box, you get USB-C fast charging for a ridiculously fast and long-lasting charge. It did come with about 50% battery straight out of the box, which is great for using it right away, but to power it up completely, it only took a matter of minutes, which is great. A full charge can last a few months, but that said, it's highly convenient just to plug it into any USB charging device to get it going again. Now, as this mouse is built for ultimate performance, you'll want to make the most out of the Logi Options Plus app. It's easy to download from their website, and of course, it's perfect to have if you already own multiple Logitech devices, as they can all be managed within the same app. On top of monitoring what devices you're connected to through the Easy Switch tab and checking battery life, the Logi Options software is best for customizing buttons and, more importantly, altering scroll speeds and sensitivity to best suit your needs. It's one of the main highlights of getting a performance mouse from Logitech. The app interface is incredibly visual and straightforward, all the parts are labelled so it's clear to what you're making changes to, and it's easy to understand with no fussy drop-down menus, which is what I like to see. You can alter settings as detailed and precise as you like, but there are a few specialised settings to enable too, like the smart shift when you want to activate hyperfast scrolling on the wheel, or choosing a preset for gestures if you want a quick setup that's similar to your current usage. So after using this mouse for a few hours, I think I could get used to this new way of control. It's a lot more sensitive than your average mouse, so it may take a lot of getting used to if you're making a big upgrade. But other than that, the movements are smooth, it has a lot of customizable buttons for a more productive work pace, and it has a whole host of hidden features that I think you might just not realise you've been missing all along. It's super comfortable to hold thanks to the smooth texture and well thought out ergonomic style, and it charges so quickly you'll hardly ever have to think about battery life. So if you're considering completing the set of Logitech accessories that you already have, or you want to get more control and comfort that you won't get from a standard mouse, the Master 3S might just be the tool you've been looking for. So what are your thoughts on the Logitech MX Master 3S? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Box, where we have plenty of hands-on reviews on the latest tech. And as always, thanks for watching.